And I'm bringing you episode 2 of Success Solutions webTV. We're now looking at the book The Science of Getting Rich, and we're looking today at chapter 2. And chapter 2 is a rather interesting chapter. It's a little bit hard to read at times. It's a little bit nebulous, but what it basically says is that there is a certain way and a certain law, certain series of laws that apply to getting rich. And this has really nothing to do with your abilities, with your spending habits, with your education, with your location. It has nothing to do with those things, because basically if you follow a certain rule of law, you will become rich. It's a certainty. Now, when I first read that, I thought, oh gee whiz, you've got to be joking. I just can't see it. But then I thought back. Now, have you ever done something in your life that, well, I'm sure you have. You've done something that's been really successful. Might have been running a race, might have been a particular class at school. That's not an accident. It's normally a process that we go through. And getting rich is the same thing. It is a process. And we're going to learn more as we go through the science of getting rich. We're going to learn about what that process is. But I thought back to a time when I thought I was terribly clever. I started my first business and I was very successful. And I thought, God, it was very clever of me. Actually, it wasn't. I'd been working in a company. I had a pretty average job. I was 19, but I worked very hard and I tried very hard and did well at what I was doing. The CEO of the company saw this little beaver working away and was sort of impressed with my hard work. And he promoted me, and he kept on promoting me because I kept working harder and harder and doing better and better. But I got pretty angry, in a sense, because he didn't pay me more. he paid me a little bit more, but I really didn't get the money that I should have been receiving. And so I went to him and I told him, and he said, look, here's the thing. If you want to earn that sort of money that you're talking about, you really need to start your own business. And I really don't know why you don't, because that's what you should be doing. And he said, if ever you start your own business, he said, I'd be happy to be a partner. Well, I was thrilled with that. I thought, that's interesting. So I asked him what sort of business he thought I should start. He said property development. I said to him, well, can we do it? He said yes. I knew nothing about it. I found out later that he didn't know a lot about it either. But we were very successful because he was very, very rich and he knew how to become rich and he knew how to run a successful business. So he taught me. He didn't have much time, but I didn't do a thing unless I checked it with him. And so for a number of years, that's what we did. Now, so then I thought, well, when you look at the science of getting rich and doing things in a certain way, I can understand that, yeah, it does work, because that's what I did. I became rich because I followed his process, and he was rich. Now, although there's nothing holding us back, and we can't say I'm too old or I'm too young or I'm too fat or too skinny or haven't got capital, if we throw those excuses at ourselves, we won't leave ourselves free to follow through with the certain way, with the laws that we're going to learn in the next few chapters. So what I would like you to do this week is just consider, what do you say to yourself? And then think of the other side of the coin. Every coin has two sides. So what's the other side of the coin? If you say to yourself, oh no, I'm too young, I just can't do that. Think about the benefits of being young, having the energy, having the enthusiasm. Think of what it means to be young and what benefits you can give to your success from that. If you think you're too old, think of the wisdom you've got. Think of the experience you've got. Think of the worldly experience. Think of the network. Think of the friends that you've got that might be able to give you some ideas. So that's for next week, and I look forward to catching up with you then. In the meantime, Down the bottom there's a place for comments. I'd love your comments. And also you can also share with Facebook, share with your friends. Thanks.